Hello, my name is Carly, this is Lincoln, and we're here to tell you about dachshunds and their history. So Lincoln is a dachshund, also known as a wiener dog due to their oddly sausage-shaped body. Wiener dogs come in three different varieties, the first one being the one that Lincoln is, which is a smooth-haired dachshund. As you can see, his hair is very short, very smooth, very glossy. The second kind is a long-haired wiener dog, which in the name, they have much longer hair, much curlier ears, and their tail is just, imagine a golden retriever tail. And then the third type is a wire-haired dachshund. So those guys have kind of more that wiry hair, but it is still longer, so it's almost like a mix between the short and the long-haired wiener dog. And although these guys are very, very cute, I mean, look at that face, don't let it deceive you. These guys were actually bred to hunt badgers. That's right, badgers. So, Dachshund directly translates in German to badger dog. So back in the 1800s, the Germans were looking for a way to hunt badgers, but they didn't quite have the dog for it yet. They needed something with a fight to take on a badger that was very fierce, but then they also needed a dog small enough to fit into a 10-inch hole and bury down deep where those badgers were staying underground. And that's where the dachshund comes in. So as you can tell, Lincoln is maybe 8 inches tall, perfect size to fit down in a badger den, and he's also very long, which helps him if he were down in that badger den kind of trying to move about and find that badger. Another thing that Lincoln has is these kind of paddle-shaped big paws for his body. So those actually help him when he's down in a den to dig that dirt out and push it behind him. And then on top of that, if you can see, his chest is very large. It's almost touching the ground sometimes when he walks. So that is actually where his lungs and heart are. So if you think about a dog that's buried down deep with a badger, there's not a whole lot of oxygen in that environment. And so having a bigger set of lungs and a bigger heart is really helpful so that he can get enough oxygen and get enough blood flow to the rest of his body while in an environment like that. On top of the physical features, these dogs also had to be bred incredibly courageous. If you think about it, badgers are pound for pound one of the most aggressive, most vicious mammals that there are. And they needed a dog who wasn't going to be afraid to go down in there and go face to face with them for maybe hours on end. And that's where the dachshund comes from. So you've got kind of everything you need to hunt a badger. He's very, very small, very slim, huge paws to dig around in that dirt, and then the courage to back it up.